With 2 episodes left, we are finally about to get some big reveals for Star Wars The Acolyte, starting with tomorrow's episode, which should cover what really happened on Brendok. Whether you like The Acolyte or hate it, most would agree Manny Jacinto's The Stranger has been the strongest part of it. I love his portrayal, and it's great to finally get another live-action Sith, assuming he actually is Sith. Leslie Headland has been vocal that she's a massive fan of the EU, and we can see pieces of lore she's incorporated, like cortosis. She's also said that there will be another Sith this season, and the identity of this Sith and the true identity of the Stranger is the most compelling aspect of the show for me. I truly believe it will be one or both of Darth Tenebris or Darth Plagueis, and let's look at the evidence. The first piece of evidence isn't even from the show, but from the comments on the trailer for The Acolyte. I can't find the comment anymore, maybe it was deleted, but in a sea of comments trashing the show, someone said they were disappointed the show wouldn't introduce Plagueis, and the official Star Wars account responded, more or less saying, wait and see. Now, would the person who moderates the comments actually know this? I'd be skeptical, but the way the show is shaping up, it looks like they let something slip. In the show, we know the Stranger is searching for the power of 2, an Acolyte. Whether that's related to the rule of 2 or a dyad in the Force, an Acolyte being essentially the apprentice of the apprentice, this would indicate the Stranger is ready to challenge his master. Now, is it possible there are multiple groups of Sith, a master and apprentice, hiding in the shadows unaware of each other? I suppose. And these can be new characters, but it's probably very unlikely. With Plagueis being canon via Revenge of the Sith and Tenebris being canon via The Rise of Skywalker, it has to be one of these two that are active during this timeline. I'm 99% certain the unknown planet is Baldemnik. They couldn't name it as it would instantly give away the identity of our Sith Lords. Another clue that reeks of the Tenebris Plagueis playbook is the killing of the dream for the Jedi. The scene with the Senator indicating that an external review of the Jedi is coming could indicate they are about to lose their current power of judge, jury, and executioner. They've gone unchecked at their current height of power, and if the cover-up on Brendok comes out, it could tip the scales towards government oversight of the Jedi Order, which we see play out to great benefit of the Sith when Palpatine becomes Supreme Chancellor. Was a Sith feeding information or supporting a senator to put pressure on the Jedi? Did they have information of what happened on Brendok? Were they there? The witches manipulating the Force to create life sounds like something Plagueis would be very interested in. Yord also mentions the Stranger got in his head, and Osha mentions that's something her mother could do, further suggesting Sith involvement on Brendok. Finally, Plagueis is the one Sith most fans and even casuals have heard of, and his reveal will get a much larger reaction than a new Sith or deep cut from the EU. So yeah, I'm pretty certain Plagueis is going to be in the show. The biggest mystery is how, as there are a ton of threads in motion. Here are all the questions I have rattling around in my head that still need to be answered with 2 episodes left. How is this connected to the witches? Why is Osha and May so desirable as an Acolyte? May completed the Ascension ceremony, but Osha did not. What makes Osha special? Is the Stranger a new Sith, or will he end up being Plagueis the Wise? What did he mean that he's old? Is there a dark side power at work? Essence transfer? Or he means like he's just a few years older than people think? How does Vernestra fit into this? And was she the Stranger's master? What could cause her to scar a Padawan like that? And why was Kylo's theme played during that scene with the Stranger? For a show about the Sith, it would seem odd to make your main villain a Knight of Ren. My current theory is that the Stranger will actually end up being Plagueis, and his master Tenebris will show up and he will make his move to kill his master. He was involved with the Witch Coven, sharing darkside knowledge of the Force. He likely pulled the strings that led to the Jedi slaughtering the witches, creating an event that would not only give him an apprentice, but strike a blow to the perception of the Jedi in the Senate. All these tactics and powers are perfect for passing down to a young Palpatine. The one big negative with this is it retcons most of what we know of Plagueis from Legends, and I can see many people having a problem with that, and I would totally understand why. For me though, I haven't read the Plagueis novel, so changing his species and age doesn't bother me. Let me know in the comments who you think the Stranger is and what Sith will show up in the finale.